What I have for you here today are 3 products from Sharge. As far as I know, they're actually very new because I just saw their ads on Facebook. And yeah, as you can see here, we have 2 chargers and 1 power bank. I would say they are very reminiscent of Nothing Phone's design of this kind of a dot matrix kind of pixel design, especially the power bank. So let's take a look at the power bank first. As you can see here, it's a retractable 3-in-1 power bank, 10,000 milliampere hour, and also 30 watts of USB PD support. And as you can see here, power capacity through this dot matrix display. You got a single USB-C port here to charge your device and also to charge the power bank as well, so multi-purpose. And also another built-in cable, and that is why it says it is retractable. So this thing is using GaN technology for power switching, compact size, foldable plug. Yes, foldable plug. This is very important. Let's do a very quick unboxing for you guys here to see. Yep, that's about it. So we have the power bank itself, and basically that's it. We don't even have any extra USB-C cable. Not like we need it because this thing already has a built-in cable. And then here is the documentation, which I am not really gonna touch it. This is why it's called 3-in-1. You got 1 cable here, another cable coming out here, and built-in foldable prongs. Now, quite unfortunate in this kind of design is because the US 2-prong plugs are very compact compared to the UK plugs, because UK is usually 3-prong plug. And when it comes to 3 prongs, they have a specific dimension and spacing, and it wouldn't be this compact if it is made for the UK. So, as you can see here, the product looks really nice. You have 1 button here to activate the display. So you can see here, 62% charge. The cable actually goes quite far as well. So I would say about like 1 meter in length. And then we can, of course, we can stop it halfway as well. So, and then this is how long I've set it to. You can then pull again to activate the retraction, or pull it out again for a longer length. Basically, this is a very good way to put the cable. But unfortunately, yeah, it's hidden inside, and if the cable ever goes faulty, there is no way to actually replace it, which I understand. And then we also have a loop here, so we can hang it somewhere. And then this 2-prong plug, I need to get a universal adapter. We can charge it via this port as well, which is handy, or we can just use this 2-prong plug. We directly plug it in. Then you can see the display lights up and it starts charging. It's that simple. So this kind of design here, I would say it's very handy if you want to go traveling. Traveling, especially to those countries that use the US 2-prong plug, like China, Taiwan, United States, of course, and many others. So you can see everything is built in. You don't even have to bring a separate charger with you, especially if you don't have a laptop with you as well. So the charging protocol supported by this charger is actually quite okay, I would say. So the built-in cable will support up to 30 watts of USB PD PPS, everything as shown on the screen here, 5 to 11 volts at 2.7 amps. And then for the side port here, it can also output 30 watts of power and has the range of 5 to 11 volts at 2.7 amps as well. And it doesn't matter if you plug it into the wall plug or not. And it doesn't matter if you plug it into the wall plug or not, because the charging protocol is unaffected by its status. So there you have it. And now that we are done with the power bank, let's now also move on to the 2 chargers. So we got the Pixel 140 and Pixel 100. Both of these products are basically identical. It's just that the total output wattage is different. So you might say that this is PD 3.0, yet this is PD 3.1. Of course, PD 3.0 only supports up to 100 watts. PD 3.1 supports up to technically 240 watts. Oh, one more thing different is the number of ports available. So you can see for the USB PD 3.1 version, you only have USB-Cs. 3 of them are USB-C. And as for the 100 watt version, you have 3 USB-Cs and also 1 USB-A. So it kind of depends on what your charging needs are. If you still need USB-A, then of course the 100 watts USB-C charger will be better. But I would personally suggest you to always just go for the all USB-C version, because everything around the world now is moving towards USB-C anyway, and you can get one of those cheap USB-C to USB-A converters, and it might still work with a lot of devices. Might, because I know some devices will only work with the older USB controller boards, the USB PD controller boards, so it's kind of unfortunate. But enough yapping here. As you can see, in the box, the packaging is weird. We have user manual for both of these chargers, and when we get inside, there is a huge void here, which I think if you buy this charger in different regions, it will also come with different adapters. So for example, us here in Malaysia, we should get the US 2-prong plug to UK 3-prong plug adapter, but as you can see here, it's just a big void. So this is the 100 watt version, and this is the 140 watt version. There is a size discrepancy, I would have to say. So as you can see here, the 140 watts is obviously going to be larger, but not that much larger. The thickness is the same. Yeah, it's just that the size is different. I think you get a better idea if you look at it this way. With that said though, these two chargers are very unique in its own way. Two different sets of ports. The 140 watts are all USB-Cs, whereby the 100 watts you have 3 Cs and 1 A. This one is a maximum of 140 watts, whereby this one is a maximum of 100 watts. And as you can see here, you have two buttons. One is a power symbol, and then here is a rotation logo. So let me just plug it in and show you the features that it has. It's gonna be a bit awkward, but I hope it shows up properly. So as you can see here, it says C10, C1, C11, which is C2, and then this is C3. TTL means total, and this number here is the wattage. So let me grab a cable. I want to show you how this thing actually works. You know what? We could just charge the power bank, right? And then you can see C3 is at 20 watts. It's kind of gonna give you an epilepsy, I think, because it's flickering very badly on camera. But yeah, it is charging 20 watts to this power bank here. And then you can see that this display is only showing you C3 because I only have C3 plugged in. If I have two ports plugged in, then it will only cycle between the two ports. Let me grab another cable. So I got another cable. We plug it into C1. So now we have C1 and C3 plugged in. And this end goes to, let's just say, the ROG Phone 9. And then you can see it cycles between C1 and also C3. So, wow, the flicker rate is amazingly high here. So C1 is outputting 8 watts, C3 is 20 watts. Did you notice that it skipped C2 because nothing is plugged into C2? That is something that I realized, and I think that it's a very tiny detail that really makes this product feel like, you know, the makers of it actually use their own products that they design. So yeah, this is how the screen works. Very handy to have, especially for reviewers like us, because we can troubleshoot if the product is actually charging or not. And then we can also press this rotation button here to literally, you know, rotate the screen. So can rotate 90 degrees, another 90 degrees. So this is inverted. Then 270 and 360. The power button literally just changes the brightness. So this is the brightest for the display. Press it once to dim the brightness. And then we can press it once more to turn off the display. You can see a tiny little turning off CRT animation as well, and turning on CRT animation. So yeah, that is the Sharge 140 watts charger. If we move on to the 100 watts charger though, it's basically the same thing. So let me show you. we can plug it into C3 and C1. I don't have any USB-A cables with me because everything I use is already in USB-C. So as you can see here, TTL, C1, and then it will show you C3. Wow, the flicker rate is real bad. And then you can see TTL is now 41 watts. So yeah, basically functions the same rotation, same two brightness levels. And that's basically how the new Sharge Pixel series of chargers work. They are incredibly tiny, especially with the foldable prongs, and you just have a little cube in your bag and you can charge your laptop and everything else. That's supremely handy. So of course, we have to talk about the charging protocols that they support as well. So let's talk about the 140 watts first. For the 140 watts version, it supports, of course, 140 watts on the C1 port, and also goes up to 5 volts, 21 volts at 5 amps, and also EPR capable as well, which means extended power range. And yeah, EPR will go up to 28 volts at 5 amps. Technically, it's the same for all three ports, so you don't have to worry about what port you want to use to charge your other products quickly. So that's a very nice thing to have. As for the 100 watts version, of course, it can only output a 100 watts maximum on either one of the three USB-C ports, and it supports USB PD/PPS from 5 volts to 20 volts, 5 amps. And again, it's basically the same for all three USB-C ports. And so that's all that we have to share with you here in today's video about Sharge's new products. I would have to say this power bank is looking really unique, I would say. Retractable cable, so that you can still, whip out a cable to charge something in case you need it. Foldable 2-prong plug, so it's perfect for traveling or maybe just need a quick charge. You don't have to bring a separate charger to charge this power bank. And then, of course, the design. It's very, very unique. These two chargers are also very unique in its own right, especially with the screen here to show you what's the total wattage and whatnot. And they also have a bunch of ports as well. So the 140 watts is gonna have 3 USB-Cs, and then the 100 watts version is gonna have 3 C1A. Mostly you're gonna buy the 100 watts to support older devices because you don't really need high wattage for older devices. But the 140 watts version is going to be perfect for something like the MacBook Pro with the M4 Max or Ultra chip. Do they have a Max M4 Ultra? I don't know. But practically it's perfect for the M4 Max and above, 16-inch, because those laptops will use 140 watts of power with the power plug. So yeah. I'll leave all of the prices and availability information on the screen here and also down in the description below. Do let me know if you have any other questions regarding any of these three products, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.